I'm Marion McGhee, your certified nutrition and hormone coach. I have been getting this question every single time. Marion, should I try Ozempic? So today I am going to explain exactly what these drugs do to your body, the good, the bad, and what your doctor probably isn't telling you. By the end of this video, you will understand how these drugs actually work and whether they are right for you. So let's dive right in. First, let's talk about Ozempic, and these are the drugs. What are they? Ozempic, Wegovy, and Manjaro are all part of a drug family called GLP-1 agonists. Now, here's something most people don't know. These were originally diabetes medications. They weren't even designed for weight loss. They help control blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes, but during clinical trials, doctors noticed something. People were losing a lot of weight on them. So, pharmaceuticals companies started marketing them for weight loss. And now they're everywhere. Here's how they work. This drug mimic a hormone your gut naturally produces, the GLP-1. This hormone does three main things. Number one, it tells your brain, I am full, stop eating. It sends the signals that you're full. Number two, it slows down how your stomach empties. You don't feel hungry. And number three, it dramatically reduces your appetite. Some people say they have zero interest in food. So why do people lose weight then? It's simple. You are eating way less. Most people on these drugs eat between 50 to 800 calories in a day, sometimes even less, because they physically cannot eat more without feeling sick. It's essentially forced extreme calorie restriction. So the weight comes off because you are barely eating, not because the drug is burning fat or boosting your metabolism. You are just not hungry. Now, on the surface, that sounds amazing, right? A drug that makes you not want to eat, we all want that. Hold on, because there's a lot more to this story. Let's talk about what these drugs actually do to your body and what most doctors don't even mention when they are writing these prescriptions. Number one, we have the gastrointestinal side effects. Let me share some actual research with you. In 2023 study published in the German network Open, one of the most respected medical journals I read about, analyzed multiple clinical trials of these drugs. Here's what they found. 44% of people experience chronic nausea. That's nearly half. 24 experienced vomiting, and 31 had diarrhea and constipation. And 7% had completely stopped taking the drugs because of the side effects. It was too severe. So think about that for a second. Imagine feeling nauseous every single day, going to work feeling sick, trying to enjoy your meal with family, but you're feeling like you might throw up. That's not enduring. And these aren't rare side effects, these are common side effects. But it gets even worse. Women have reported that some other side effects, like they lose a lot of hair, it's like their hair just starts to fall off because their body goes into shock from rapid weight loss and inadequate nutrition. Extreme fatigue is another one. If you are eating less than 600 calories, your body doesn't have enough fuel to function. Of course, you get exhausted. In Ozempic face, that just means that your face loses volume. You suddenly look really old. And then, of course, we have gallbladder issues. There's an increase of those. And then there's weakness and frailty. And this is huge for women over 40 especially. A study that was published in the journal Obesity found something alarming. When people lose weight on these drugs, 20 to 40% lose muscle. So why does this matter so much for women of our age? Listen, after 40, we are already losing a lot of muscles naturally. And 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade, if we don't actually work on it to preserve it, it's critical. And this keeps our metabolisms high. It protects your bones, osteoporosis. Yeah, it prevents you from falling and injuring yourself at this age. But most of these drugs, you're barely eating. You're not even getting enough proteins in your body. So it starts to break down your muscles for energy. And you might lose 30 pounds. You get smaller, but you are also getting weaker and frailer. And your metabolism slows down even more. That sets you up for massive regain when you stop that drug. And I want to be very fair here. I'm not saying these drugs are all bad or that no one should ever take them. I have taken time to do my research and to speak to clients who have used them. So there are situations where these medications might be appropriate. For example, if someone is severely obese, we are talking about a BMI of about 40 and facing immediate health risks like heart disease, uncontrolled diabetes, or sleep apnea, these drugs might be a tool under medical supervision. Secondly, if someone is using these drugs for short term while simultaneously working with a nutritionist, you're learning sustainable eating habits. Strength training, I cannot overemphasize that. You can do it if you are addressing your hormones. Then it might make sense as a temporary aid. But here's what I'm seeing most women over 40 who have gained 20, 30 pounds in menopause, walking into the doctor's office, and the doctor immediately prescribes Ozempic. No discussions of hormones, no talk about strength training, no protein intake, no plan whatsoever. Just here's a prescription, inject yourself every week, let's see you in 3 months. And that's what I'm talking about. These drugs are being used as a quick fix instead of a tool within a comprehensive plan. For most women in menopause dealing with 20 to 40 pounds of weight gain, these drugs are overkill and potentially harmful when you consider the muscle loss and the side effects. And here's the biggest issue I have for women who are over 40. They don't address your hormones because when you are over 40 and you gain weight, especially around your belly, it's not because you're suddenly eating more or exercising less. It's because your hormones have changed. Your estrogen drops and this slows down your metabolism and increases your belly fat storage. So your progesterone has declined and that causes water retention, your mood swings, your insulin resistance, and even carbs don't provide you with what they need to. Your cortisol goes so high and your hormones tell your body, hey, let's store this fat, especially around the middle section. Your thyroid is not addressed, so it slows down. And so does your metabolism. This is why you gain weight. Not because you lack willpower, not because you're eating too much. Your hormones shifted, and so your body is just trying to respond. Now, what does Ozempic do about any of this? Nothing. It doesn't balance your estrogen. It doesn't fix your insulin. It doesn't lower your cortisol. It doesn't support your thyroid. All it does is suppress your appetite. So yes, you lose a lot of weight because you're eating about 600 calories a day, but your hormones are still broken, which means you're still exhausted all the time. You still have hot flashes, night sweats, and you still have brain fog. You still moody, you're irritable, and your hair might just be thinning. Your sleep is still so poor because the root cause has never been addressed. Here's what happens when you stop the drug. Your appetite comes soaring back and your hormones are still imbalanced. You haven't even built any sustainable habits. So the weight comes right back, often more than you lost. This is why I believe in addressing hormone first. When you balance your hormones naturally through nutrition, your appetite regulates on its own. Your metabolism improves, your energy is returned, your cravings decrease, your weight loss becomes easier. No drugs needed, no side effects, no weekly injections, just your body working the way it's supposed to. So what's the alternative then? If you're a woman of 40 and you're struggling with weight gain, here's what actually works. Number one, address your hormones first. Work with someone who understands hormone health, not just general weight loss. You need to understand what's happening in your body specifically. Two, eat enough proteins. Remember that research shows you lose between 25 to 40% of your muscles. And Ozempic will remove all that because you're not eating enough proteins in a meal. But you need to preserve your muscles while losing fat naturally. Balance your blood sugar through smart food choices, and your appetite will regulate itself naturally. You don't need a drug. And then address your stress. It's very important because high cortisol equals high big belly fat. And number 5, do strength training to preserve your muscles. This will keep your metabolism high and your body strong. And this is what I teach in my Empower method. It's not a quick fix. It takes 8 to 12 weeks to see results. But the difference, the weight stays off, your energy comes back, your hormones balance, you build sustainable habits for life. And you never have to inject yourself with anything. So here's my question for you. Do you want to fix that? Requires weekly injections, costs about $1,000 plus per month, that comes with side effects and only works as long as you take it? Or do you want a sustainable approach that addresses the root cause, that preserves your muscles, balances your hormones, and gives you lasting results? If you want the natural approach, I have a free 3-day hormone reset guide that will help you get started. The link is in the description below. In the next video, I am going to show you what the research says happens when you stop taking Ozempic. And you guys will be shocked. And that's why most people regain their weight back. So you don't want to miss that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely time. Talk to you soon. Bye.